is here, and today is Thursday, the weekend almost here. So this tip is near and dear to my heart because it has to do with food. If you don't know already, I love food. I just love it so much. I'm the guy who is thinking about my next meal as I'm having my current meal. And I'm not rushing through my current meal. Oh no, I'm enjoying it, I'm savoring every moment. But as I'm having lunch or breakfast, I'm thinking, what's next? And what am I gonna make, or find, or buy, or have? I just love food so much. And the challenge with that is that I love all sorts of food, but I also love desserts. All sorts of desserts. And I can't stop with just one dessert. So what will wind up happening is sometimes I will have dessert before my meal, my main meal, especially dinner. Not right before the dinner, but maybe an hour before the dinner I'll have some sort of dessert. And then I'll have dinner, which is a really healthy portion dinner, and then I'll want dessert again. Biggest downfall. And one of the goals for 2010, not really a resolution, because I don't believe in resolutions. Because for me, they're sort of set up to fail. But one of the goals was to cut back on the sugar intake because, you know, I'm getting a little bit of a chunky monkey going on here. About 10 to 15 pounds overweight. So I thought if I cut back on the sugar, that would be a really good way to lose the chunk. That's been absolutely... There's been no success with that whatsoever. No, none whatsoever. So the tip of the day is marbled steaks are more tender and juicier than their lean counterparts. And that's the way I'm going to look at myself. I'm just more tender and juicier than my lean counterparts. But it's true, if you're making steak, here's the deal. By the very virtue of steak, you can't go try to be all too healthy with something like that. It's like, as far as I'm concerned, non-fat ice cream. That's not ice cream. You got to go for the real stuff. And it's about moderation. And so if you're going to have a steak, you want to have one that's marbled really well. The fat in the steak actually makes it just much more tender, and of course it's juicier, and it just grills and cooks so beautifully. So it's sort of like decorating. Sometimes you've got to spend the money on the quality stuff. A good gallon of quality paint that costs probably $10 to $20 more than the inexpensive gallon is going to coat nicer, the pigment of the color is going to be better, and it's going to create an overall beautiful foundation in your room. Same thing about steak. You don't want to skimp. And that is my tip of the day. And I will try to, cut back on the sugar. All right, guys. Thanks again for everything. Thanks for tuning in to Tip of the Day, and I'll see you tomorrow. And once again, no coffee mug. I'm telling you, I'm going through it way too early. Talk to you later.